What's good, y'all? Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so more people can join our movement, man. Appreciate all the love and support y'all been showing, man. Um, but I dropped a video on this, man. I got the date for y'all. I got the files. I got I got the receipts. I got everything. I told y'all, man. Gervonta Tank Davis, he need Coach Calvin Ford in his corner as the head trainer, as the head guy. Um, it's just Barry Hunter don't bring that grit. He don't bring that uh grit. He don't bring that toughness. He don't bring that. He don't demand the same respect from Gervonta Tank Davis like Calvin Ford do. I told y'all months ago before the fight even happened when Tank was still saying, "Oh, the fight canceled." Um, The fight not going down. Nah, bro. Gervonta Tank Davis, if y'all pay attention, in the public, he never second guessed Calvin Ford. He never argued with Calvin Ford. Calvin bring a different type of dog out of Tank Davis, man. And I think we all done seen it before, man. Like, I got the receipts with me today. Check this out. And just keep holding. When I say penitentiary, keep that knife right on. He say put that knife in penitentiary style, man. Y'all will never hear Barry Hunter speak like this to Tank Davis. Tank Davis got a different level, love, and respect for Calvin Ford, man. Tank has said on many different occasions, man, Calvin Ford is like a father to me, man. Like, whether he the head trainer or not, they will always be beating each other's lives. But they just bring something out of each other, man. I think Coach Calvin, he's saying he want to let him grow and be a man on his own. But Coach Calvin Ford, um, he bring that dog out of Tank. And Tank said he don't want to be like that anymore. He don't want to, you know what I'm saying? He want therapy. He getting ready to retire and stuff. Coach Calvin, he said, you know what? I'm going to support it. I'm going to let you do what you want to do. But we all saw Lamar Roach versus Gervonta Tank Davis. In that fight, we saw Tank do something that he has never done before professionally. He never ever talked back to Calvin Ford. He never was like, oh, listen to me, you gotta listen to me, or you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got it. You know what I'm saying? It was just too much playing going on in the ring. Uh I feel like Tank was relying too much on that left hand, not really setting it up well. Uh, like we all know, Tank man, Calvin Ford say he never really prepared Tank to knock people out. He trained Tank to punish people. Um, and simple as that, man. We need Calvin Ford as the head man, the head honcho. I'm gonna point out two fights for y'all, and this made a difference for me when I realized this. Y'all know the only two fights that Gervonta Tank Davis went a full 12 rounds in, right? Well, it was three, but one of them was earlier in his career. But the two notable fights that Gervonta Tank Davis went 12 rounds in, fully 12 rounds, right? Eastside Pitbull Cruz was the first one. Lamont Roach was the second one. He went a full 12 rounds. You know who the head trainer for both of them fights was? Barry Hunter. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I said that in the video I dropped January 5th, 2025. Bro, I feel like Coach Calvin, Coach Kenny, and Gervonta Tank Davis is the best trio in the sport of boxing. Kenny Ellis, bro, he gonna break the fighter down. He gonna tell you their tendencies. He gonna tell you what they do good. He gonna tell you what they do, what their strong suits is and what their weaknesses at. Calvin gonna bring that dog out of Tank. So while he executing the plan that Kenny and Barry put together, I think Barry is a good behind the scenes guy, but not somebody that should be standing in front of Tank and instructing him throughout the fight. Cause like I just showed y'all, Barry Hunter ain't talking about no penitentiary style and no. Tank know when Calvin's serious. He know when Calvin ain't playing around with him. He know. So when Calvin Ford told him he was angry too. I just posted the video on TikTok, man. It's almost at 40,000 views. He said, get in there when he was fighting Ryan Garcia. He's not on your level. He's not on your level. Dude, he was dead ass. And what Tank went out there and did, he showed Ryan Garcia that he wasn't on his level. He knew Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin was dead ass. Ryan Garcia is not on your level. Show him. Penitentiary style. Just like this. This not the Ryan Garcia fight, but this is an example of how Coach Calvin bring that dog out in Tank. Hey, just keep focused. When I say penitentiary, keep that knife right. Tank locked in, looking him in his eyes. In this fight with Lamar Roach, he looking all around and playing and laughing and no, bro. I promise you, Tank make Calvin Ford the head trainer. That in the rematch, Lamar Roach is going to sleep. Seriously, Lamar Roach will go to sleep. Calvin got a way of pushing Tank, bro, that nobody else can. I read a comment and it said, besides the Lord himself, the only person who knows Tank like that well, is Calvin Ford. He will run through a brick wall for Calvin Ford, bro. In my opinion, I hate when, you know what I'm saying, I know it's life, but when trainers and boxers, Derrick James, Earl Spence, uh, from the looks of it and what's been said, Calvin Ford and Tank, they start splitting ways, man, because of the money. I hate that, bro. Because when y'all was going traveling, you know what I'm saying, having to sell fish plates and red beans and rice plates to drive in a van for 4 to 5 hours to these different amateur tournaments, it wasn't about the money then. When you know what I'm saying, when you was having to go to the nationals and Golden Gloves, and it wasn't about the money then, man. Y'all letting a good thing go to waste over some dollar signs, man. It's never been that serious. I pray that's not the case, but with Earl Spence and Derrick James, it was. And with most trainers and fighters that go through the amateurs and turn pro, it becomes about the money, and the money overpowers everything. But in my honest opinion, like I said, y'all go do your own research, but the two fights that Gervonta Davis went 12 rounds in, Barry Hunter was the head trainer, Eastside Pitbull Cruz, and Lamar Roach. Uh, the determining factor in them fights was Barry Hunter. Literally. Although he did hurt his hand in that Pitbull Cruz fight, Barry Hunter still was the trainer, the head trainer. So do with that information what y'all will. I done seen him get beautiful instructions, brutal and beautiful instructions from Calvin Ford that led him to go out there and get the knockout against Ryan Garcia, against Hector Luis Garcia, against Frank Martin. So I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. I said that January 5th, 2025, they the perfect duo. Calvin and Gervonta, man, he just bring out a different level of respect and love and Tank, man. You look at him like a father. So I feel like Tank need to be, Coach Calvin Ford need to remain the head trainer throughout the rest of his career until he hang it up. That's how we gonna get the best version of Tank, man. Been knowing this guy since what, he was 6, 7 years old. It's only right. Barry Hunter will never be able to bring that dog out of Tank like Calvin Ford will. And it's not a competition, it's just facts. Calvin Ford better at getting Gervonta Davis to lock in and go on the prowl. Like I said, we got evidence to prove it.
And just keep focused. When I say penitentiary, keep that knife right.
Look at Tank, locked in, gritting his teeth. Oh, we finna go get him. And guess what he did after that? He stopped Mario Barrios. Kenny and Calvin told him, man, Ryan Garcia is not on your level. He started hollering at Tank, he's not on your level. He's not on your level. But he went out there and stopped Ryan Garcia. Literally, we got evidence to show Calvin is really the only one that can make Tank lock in and whoop something. So, like I said, the only two times Tank done been a full 12 was with Lamont Roach and Eastside Pitbull Cruz, and that was under the head trainer, Barry Hunter. I feel like Coach Calvin respectfully earned that title to be the head trainer. But you gotta think, that wasn't Calvin wasn't really saying nothing. He was really listening directly to Barry Hunter. That was under the tutelage of Barry Hunter. It wasn't really he took it away. He was eating them motherfuckers. Lamont Roach got a chin. And like I said, a lot of times, a lot of interviews, Calvin will say, I don't even train Tank for knockouts. I train him to punish people. Tank was really headhunting. I think he was doing that on his own. Headhunting, looking for that one shot, that one left hand that wasn't going. That's why I said I didn't like what I saw because he started to get desperate when he knew he needed the knockout. He started overdoing it. Does what comes natural to him. What? You gotta think though. This been drilled like Tank. Think about this. Walk Frank Martin. He started off slow. Walked Frank Martin down. He eventually caught him with the left hand. Boom. Hector Luis Garcia started out slow. Eventually walked him down. Caught him with the left hand. Ryan Garcia. He started out pretty quick. He dropped him in the second round. But Calvin had to remind him, man, Ryan Garcia not on your level. I understand a mentality thing, really, mostly in my opinion. But he's so used to now walking these guys down. They not returning fire. Lamont Roach was eating them left hands and was returning some heat. And you can see Calvin really wasn't saying much in the corner. How Barry Hunter was right in front of him. Tank was telling them, oh, I got him. Or I'm breaking them down. Or, you know what I'm saying? So Calvin was really just doing the wiping, listening in. And that was it. I feel like Calvin was trying to show him, I mean, I'm going to let you be a man. If you choose Barry Hunter as the head trainer, go ahead. But like I said, Lamont Roach proved everybody wrong. But ain't nobody going to be able to bring that dog out of Tank like Calvin Ford. I mean, against Ryan Garcia, he used it. Tank had straight high guard. He had the high guard up for Frank Martin for sure, walking him down. But against Ryan Garcia, he did. That's how he was able to see when the left hooks was coming. That's why I said Lamont Roach did an interview. He basically was like, we already knew Tank was looking to land that left hand constantly. And you was right. He basically took it away. But at times it was blocked. Like I said, when he caught him clean, Lamont ate them shots. And he returned some heat of his own. But and when Tank saw them shots wasn't affecting Lamont, he started, you know what I'm saying, doing some wild shit. Like he hit Lamont Roach in the chin with his shoulder. He had leaned on him towards the end and made him fall. Um, Dropped to a knee. He was just using his A side abilities, I guess, because Steve Willis wasn't calling none of that. He was acting like he wasn't saying none of that. But Calvin and Kenny, they really wasn't involved much in the game plan. Uh, Calvin and Kenny said they was training their amateur fighters. I feel like I said, if it wasn't broke, don't fix it, man.